Up, everybody? It's K Beer One Bar 8 here, and we are back playing some F1 2020 My Team Career.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today, as we return to Melbourne for the opening race of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to the Australian Grand Prix. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. Its combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners make it a tricky track when it comes to overtakes. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. Can Mercedes start with victory in their bid to win a 7th consecutive Constructors' title? Could Ferrari or Red Bull establish an advantage early on? And with 22 cars on the grid, how quickly can the new team find their footing? Well, it's great to be back, Anthony Davidson. We've got a lot to talk about this year.
That's right, Crofty. It felt like a long winter, but it's good to finally be back. I have to think the usual suspects will battle it out at the front, but there are always going to be some teething problems early on in the season, so whoever can keep on top of their issues will have the advantage today.
As I mentioned earlier, we're up to 11 teams this season, with a new entry run by, well, of all things, an owner-driver. That's something we haven't seen in this sport since Hector Raback over 4 decades ago. So how are they looking so far?
It's hard to imagine how a small operation like that could survive in the ruthless world of Formula One, and yet here they are, first ever race looking surprisingly strong. But there are no points for qualifying. Let's see how they fare in the Grand Prix proper.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Leclerc, Max Verstappen and Albon, Norris, Ocon, Perez and Daniel Kvyat, Stroll, Gasly, Kevin Magnussen and Giovinazzi, the Rainmaster, Sainz, Kimi Raikkonen and Daniel Ricciardo. They've taken a grid penalty. Matsushita, Russell, Grosjean and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
All right. Here we go. So it looks like a couple people took grid penalties in the first race, so we are starting a little bit higher. If you missed the first episode, you didn't miss the first race, so that's good at least. And Carson Hart, I see you there. No, this is not my first time playing the game. Started a new career for the stream. But yeah, I've played it a little bit. I'm not the best, so don't expect any crazy moves or anything. So let's select our race strategy. They're recommending the one stop. Second stint. We could go to the mediums. Try to save. So let's go ahead and do softs to mediums. We might have some high tire wear. But we'll go ahead and see if we can do that. We'll just run our softs a little bit longer at the start. We should have a fresh set of softs since we didn't qualify in the top 10. And let's try not to wreck going into turn 1. This will be a super short episode if that's the case. We are racing on 90 difficulty. Not up for that 110 yet. Alright, great start. Getting a couple cars right off the get-go. Gonna slow down. I don't want any damage going in. Oh, and we're forced into the grass. And that good start is already out the door. So if you are new to Formula One, welcome. This is the Australian Grand Prix. First race of the season. Giovinazzi is taking a crazy move up the middle there. And we're already dropping like a fly. We did bomb our first qualifying, and it looks like someone's already spun out. I felt like I was getting hit. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but someone else went around. We do have the track line on for corners only. I am pretty new to this. Want to make sure I don't drive straight off the track.
Focus now for the rest of the race.
I know that there's some new tracks in the game this year as well. Limited assist are on. So, yeah. We also are running no flashback, so if we mess up, we mess up. Almost messed up there. I felt the back end get really loose on me. So hopefully we can make it through this. This is where we seem to struggle in qualifying with Sector 3. This is where I lost 4/10 on that final qualifying outlap. We missed Q2 by just like 100th of a second, I think. So let's get back behind him. They did crazy overfill the car, so we're going to need to burn off some of this gas. I did not pay attention to what they set the fuel load at. So we're going to have to burn a lot of this gas. We're going to run in rich, which is not very good for the engine. Basically, we are running more fuel mixture to the car, so we'll burn it faster. But we do have to watch out for the wear that could cause. It might also cause us some extra tire spin. We'll have to be careful. Oh, we're going to take a quick look on the inside there, but Giovinazzi closed the door. We are running full damage. Not simulation. Simulation, like I said, I'm kind of a noob, so I don't want to bomb it right away. If we take front wing damage, our race is basically over. And I don't think we're going to finish inside the points today. I don't think we'll get a top 10 finish, but we're sure going to push. We do have the corner corning on, so we have to be careful for that as well. If you guys are leaving any message in the chat, I'll try to look over when I can. But doing live comm and racing is a little nervous. Ooh, we almost lost it there. Caught a little bit of the curb. All right, 3 laps down. DRS is now a thing. Ricardo's going to come flying up the inside. He's got a lot better speed than we do. We'll see if we can follow him through. Caught way too much of the curb there again. So Ricardo took a grid penalty. He's a little farther back than he should be. I know that Renault's got some speed. So let's see if we just get in the DRS train here and get pulled along, maybe follow him through. Had to lift there. We felt really loose. Sorry, I know that's such an American term, NASCAR term. Understeer and oversteer is technically what I'm supposed to say. But so far, not a lot of action. We got a decent start off the lights. Since then, we've kind of been dropping. We qualified P17, so that's kind of where we're sitting. That was an awful set of turns. I didn't want to get the quarter cut. We were going to get passed again. Our teammate making contact with us. Try to leave him some room, and we're going to get a warning. I feel like.
Remember, you are teammates.
I feel like if anything, he's the one that initiated the contact there. If you guys are new to the channel, thanks for tuning in. Oh, we hit the wall. Our race is basically over. We already knocked that front wing. The car pushed so heavy there. We're going to have to fix that wing when we come in. That is very unfortunate. I made such a mistake there. And just like that, we're basically done. Changing the front wing is going to take quite a bit of time.
Front wing, it'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
When you have the front wing damage, it messes with your downforce so much, and it makes the car borderline impossible to turn. So we're going to start losing a lot of time, and that is super unfortunate. I can't believe I made that mistake. Damn, that sucks. You can see Ricardo's already pulling away from us. We're just right along here in the back. At least we're not last, I guess, but that sucks. Still running the rich fuel mixture. We're trying to get that down to at least half a lap before I turn it back to standard. The car is so heavy. Definitely have to make some chassis and aero improvements. and having that front wing damage is not going to help us at all. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go off a strategy. I think I'm going to box and change to the hards. I don't think we're quite within range of making it all the way to the end yet. I think our original pit stop was supposed to be around lap 12, but I might come off strategy and come in and just fix our front wing and go straight onto the hards, because lugging around a car with wing damage, you can see we're just really struggling to make turns now. We're about to get freight trained by everyone behind us. Only on lap 5 of the Grand Prix. And it sucks that we're already basically out. I didn't think we were going to get points, but I wanted to be competitive, at least kind of stay with the group. Now we're just going to be trying to stay off the back row of the grid. But I'm basically having to break that corner, and that should be an all-out corner. That wing damage really messed us up. And I'm not sure what I should do, because I don't know if the hards can make it all the way to the end here or not. But we're just losing so much time as well.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.0 seconds.
And I don't know. Here comes Grosjean. He's going to get around us.
Copy that. Hards for next box.
Trying to leave him room. He's kind of squeezing us down. Alright, well, I think...
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
Alright, got our fuel low enough. At least we're not crazy overfueled now. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and box this lap, get that front wing fixed, and then kind of just ride along. I think we're going to be at the back of the pack here anyways. Maybe we'll get lucky and a safety car will come out and it'll box the field back up.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
You know, our tires are already at 38% wear on that left front. So I guess we're not too far off the strategy, but it still sucks to have to come in and fix that front wing. I can't believe I didn't even hit someone. I just ran that corner way too hard. Almost sped. That was an awful pit entry. Alright, they should change our front wing. Yep. A whopping 8.5 second stop. Now I know if you're a NASCAR fan, you're probably thinking, man, that's a good stop.
That was our last
But
stop. No more
Formula
scheduled pit
1, a
stops.
3-second stop is considered to be slow. So having that 8-second stop, we basically lost 5.5 seconds. Carlos Sainz is behind us. I think that's who spun at the start of the race. But we'll come out here, kind of lock some laps. Maybe Carlos will get past us. We can use some DRS and see if we can kind of come back up. We'll have fresher tires. I don't know if they're going to make it towards the end, but once everyone else pits, they're going to be on fresher tires than us. So they'll probably just steamroll us. It's going to be a battle not to finish last at this point. So one thing I've kind of noticed in this game from when I've played on my own, I don't know if it's been the same for you guys when you play it, but I seem to run better on the harder compound tires, at least in my team that I'm doing on my own separate profile. For whatever reason, when I switch to the hards, I seem to fly. Like I was racing at Silverstone, and I'm in season 2 on my team career, the one I'm doing on my own. So I have a pretty competitive car at this point. And after I boxed, Lewis Hamilton had close to a 12-second lead. Once I boxed on the hards, and he also was on the hards, I was gaining about half a second a lap. So I don't know if it's just the way that the AI is set up, that they're not very good on the hard compound tires, or what, but for whatever reason, we seem to do quite well on hards. I don't know about this playthrough yet because it's a whole new team and everything, but for whatever reason the car just feels better. So Carlos Sainz got around us. Hopefully we can keep him within a second. He's on medium, so his tires are going to be a bit faster than us. But hopefully we can stay within a second so we can get that DRS. He's already pulling pretty far away from us.
Come on, we need to get past.
I'm trying, Jeff. Alright, engage the DRS. He's still pulling away. This Honda engine is struggling to keep up with that McLaren. This is kind of reminding me, because I'm not very good, it's going to be a struggle bus for the first few episodes of the old NASCAR Thunder 2004.
We're trailing our teammate by 28.8 seconds.
Struggling to keep up with the team. I don't know why we're still getting DRS. We are outside of a second, so I will take it if the game's just going to gift it to us. It'd be super nice if we can get like a safety car, box, put on some medium tires, try to take it to the end, bunch everyone back up. But I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately. And a normal pit stop from entering the pits to leaving takes about 20 seconds. And you see those guys up there, they're right outside that 20-second range. So unfortunately that wing change really put us in bad shape. Oh, I cut that corner. Alright, we have 2 more warnings. I think that's the first time that we've been given a warning. On our third one, we'll be penalized. So we want to be careful for that. Or we'll get a 3-second penalty, so even if we manage to get around someone, basically that 3 seconds will be added on to our ending time. Alright, let's see how far out we come behind these guys. Pretty far, honestly. Yeah, we're gonna be struggling. I think unless someone gets a DNF, we're gonna be finishing in last place. That is so unfortunate. I can't believe I made that mistake so early in the race. You know, if I was pushing trying to pass someone late in the race, get for points, it'd be a little more acceptable, I guess, but we really messed it up. So now we're just gonna ride along for the next 19-20 laps. And see if anything happens. Alright, we exceeded track limits. Next one, I think we get a penalty. Going way wide there. Hopefully these two up there can fight, and maybe we'll be able to make up some time with them battling it out, but I doubt it. Maybe that's why they overfueled our car. We were burning through fuel so much.
The gap to the car ahead is 7.5 seconds.
Alright, we see the Williams up there. Hopefully we can run him down. They've got the slowest car in the grid. When we looked at the preseason specs, our car was technically better than Williams and Haas. Now that I'm out here on the track, I don't know about that so much, but we are running green sector, so it means that it's our personal best.
Has just fitted the hard tires. Car ahead now on the hard compound.
So we should be faster than the Williams, but they do have fresher tires than us. See, they're kind of pulling from us on the straights, so. All right, our teammates in the pits.
Naru is coming in for his stop.
All right, I'm trying to track him down. The gap is down to 1.3. If we get it inside that 1 second range, we'll be able to get DRS, and it will probably help us out. And we pushed so much out of that final corner. I really thought we were gonna hit the wall again. Alright. As long as I can finish ahead of a Williams, I'll feel a little bit better about today. Don't want to finish last in our debut. That's so disappointing. Alright, it's under a second now, so we should have DRS the next DRS section. Or we might even get past him before then. Who knows? We're just struggling to get through these corners. We're definitely going to have to work on our chassis some. Alright. DRS is engaged. Don't think we're going to be close enough for a bomb just yet, but we may be able to set ourselves up for something on the front straight. Having to get on the brakes a little bit earlier than we normally would. I don't want to slam into the back of them, have to change our front wing again. And we'll definitely be finishing in last. Alright, we engage the DRS. We're going to kick it up into Rich, give ourselves just a little bit more. Still don't think we're going to be close enough.
5.9 seconds.
I got on the brakes way too early there. I'm just racing nervous right now at this point, if I'm being honest. I really don't want to mess up again. Ooh, we got close. I went out super wide to avoid hitting him. Up onto the rumble strips. He's starting to pull back away from us just a little bit. We got a great run through that corner. Trying to stay right behind him. Ooh, this is dangerous. We're going to get a penalty. I got a penalty, 3-second time penalty. I didn't want to hit him. Damn. We are just really messing up.
We've been awarded a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
So now we got to get around him and build a 3-second gap. I dove down into the grass because I made a stupid move. That was not a passing section. But I didn't want to run into him, so I chose the grass, and unfortunately the stewards think I was corner cutting. So there's that. Oh, we almost touched. Alright, we're going to go for a late dive here. And he cut it off. Alright. So apparently Esteban Ocon just came into the pits. So we're not last anymore. Let's see if we can keep the gap above 3 seconds. That way we don't finish last. He actually might have been the person that almost spun out. I don't know what happened. Maybe someone spun out at the start and collected someone else, hit that front wing. He might have had to change his front wing as well. There we go. We get a dive. We finally get around Latifi.
Good job. Nice overtake.
Now we have to build up a 3-second gap, or he will earn that spot back at the back of the race. Into the race, not back of the race. So we've got 7 seconds to Ocon. He's in a Renault. His car's going to be much faster than ours. We've still got a good 16 laps to go. Just awarded another warning. I don't know what I'm doing. I am just failing it right now. Alright, so Grosjean is 3.5 seconds up the road. I think he's going to be a bit out of range for us, even if we have a better car. Latifi's hanging on to us. He's got that DRS, so he's only 6.5 seconds behind. Or Ocon is 6.5. Latifi is just 0.7. We're going to have to give up this position. I definitely don't want to finish last. Trying to push that gap up as much as I can, but
Gap to car in front is 3.7 seconds.
alright. Get through these a little bit back and forth. We're back up over a second, so at least he won't have DRS. Now we just have to keep trying to pull away. And Daniel Kvyat is out of the session, so that means as long as we don't wreck before we pass him on track, we will not finish last. The AlphaTauri
Yellow flag.
having some mechanical
Be
issues.
aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Okay,
We are
clear.
up to P19. Carlos Sainz is in the pits. Apparently he had not pit yet. Okay. You know, it's definitely not a points finish, but P18, we rolled off the grid in P15, so still not perfect, but right now we're just trying to build that gap up to Latifi, that way he doesn't pass us once that 3-second time penalty kicks in. We do have to be careful though, because I've already received one warning for our next one, and then at that point it will be a 6-second penalty, and he'll definitely get around us then. One thing I'm nervous about too is I don't know if we're going to have the tire to make it to the end. Our left front's already at 32%. So that's...
Okay, at the current pace and fuel settings, we won't have enough fuel for the end of the race. Consider lowering the fuel mix.
We will go into lean. I'm just trying to build up a little bit of a gap right now. We are gaining on Grosjean. It's down to 3 seconds. Maybe if I can get within a second, we'll get that DRS, and we'll be able to save a lot of gas while we're in the DRS zone. Use this slipstream to help us out. I'm watching that gap to Latifi. It's up to 2.5 seconds, so we may be able to
Catching
get...
the car ahead, but be aware that these tires need to last till the end of the race.
We may be able to get outside of that 3-second zone so he doesn't catch us with the time penalty. Still got 13 laps to go. So we still got a ways to go in this race. We're not out of the woods yet, but it's looking better. I feel like we could have done better than what we have so far, but to not be last after having to change our front wing so early into the race, I'm pretty happy with it. Alright, Grosjean's down to a 2-second gap. I'm trying to get within that 1 second range. We might actually be able to catch up to him.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.2 seconds.
Alright. It's fallen. And it looks like we're gaining on Russell too, so That's something. Still having a lot of push out of that final corner. Technically our best lap of the race, only 9,000ths of a second faster, but you know what, I'll take it. I am running this on the controller, so it's a little bit harder than having a steering wheel. I have raced with a steering wheel. I do prefer it, but man, those things are expensive nowadays. My hand also starts to... Oh my gosh. I cannot believe I did that. I don't even know.
You've taken some minor damage.
I don't know what happened there, guys. I just had a complete lapse. Front wing damage twice in one race. I like stretched my hand out and I just... You know, I said I wanted to challenge myself. I'm racing on 90 difficulty. I normally do like 85 on my own playthroughs. And I have flashbacks on, mainly because my daughter likes to sit in my lap and hit the controller, and I've wrecked multiple times. But I figured, hey, let's challenge ourselves. Let's bump it up to 90, which is expert mode. Not the 110 legendary or anything like that, like Tate Marduk or WinVal 8820 play. But
our gap to the car in front is 2.5 seconds.
We're not going to box now. If we box, we'll definitely finish in last place. So we're just going to try to limp around.
By about 0.3 a lap.
I'm going to try to limp around, see if we can keep that gap to Latifi above 3 seconds. But it's already starting to go down. It was at 4.5. It's already down to 3.8, so he's gaining. I think our chances of catching Grosjean are out the window now. That's unfortunate, but just a mental lapse there, guys. I'm sorry. I honestly can't believe I made that mistake. But it's definitely different playing this on stream. Normally, you know, my wife's sitting in the chair and she kind of talks to me now and then, and I'll pause and I'll look over, but playing, you know, non-stop is a little different. I can understand why some people do post commentary on these games. But shout out to people like WinVal that do this live. If you want to watch a real Pro G play this, and actually a reason that I even considered streaming and recording racing content, he's definitely a guy to check out. He's hilarious, and he does NASCAR and Formula 1 videos all the time. He's pretty good. He also kicks a lot of people's ass in iRacing, so while I don't have very many people that tune in, shout out to the 26 followers that I have and 27 subscribers on YouTube. If you want to watch someone make you laugh and do a good job racing, he's the one to check out. But we're up to lap 20, 10 laps to go. So far the gap to Latifi keeps dwindling. He's down to 3.2 seconds. It's not looking too good for us. Just that wing damage. Again, honestly, just really screwed us. We are running in lean. We're trying to save some fuel. I'm lifting off into the corners. Saving what I can, coasting through the midsection. But yeah, it's just rough. It's going to be a big learning curve. And I hope you guys stick around for the ride, because once I get used to the new difficulty, the new settings, limited assist, as this is like the first time I've played, you know, having to do the starts and the pit limiter and all that kind of stuff. I normally just play this super casually, but once I get used to it, we're going to be up there challenging for podiums. both Latifi and Ocon are down to 3 seconds. So, oh, looks like they're fighting each other. I don't know
To the car ahead is
what's going on now.
3 seconds.
Yeah, they're all fighting each other, so that's slowing them down. So that's good. Hopefully they can keep doing that, so it allows us to pull away just a little bit. You're obviously going to be slower. You saw how slow we were going. We were trying to get around Latifi. The second we passed him, we built up a gap, but... Oh no, race over.
Okay, box. We're adjusting the
my
strategy.
gosh.
Come in this lap.
I cannot believe I did that. Caught the corner, and honestly, the race is just done. So, I don't want to pull out in front of all
Blue flag
the
conditions. Create a gap and let the car behind through.
things. Well, honestly, our race is completely over. I think I'm going to park the car. I'm going to retire it. There is no point in putting more wear on the engine. So we're just going to pull off the track here, and we're going to go ahead and retire from this session. That is so disappointing. Oh, don't want to restart. It is going to be a DNF for us on the year.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Apparently we're going to drive it back to the shop, even though I said we're going to retire.
We've witnessed some great battles on the streets of Melbourne today, and they've taken a fantastic win. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations.
We'll be
A
up
real
there
team
soon.
victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Man, I honestly don't know what happened there. That front wing damage coming out of the corner. Trying to keep that gap above 3 seconds. I think I just caught a little bit of the rumble strip, hit the grass, and we lost it. So that is unfortunate. DNF in the first race. We technically could have finished.
It's time to see how this result
but,
affects the Drivers' Championship.
Yeah, I
After
don't.
today's performance, Valtteri
I don't know
Bottas
what we could have
secures
done
the
differently there.
championship lead. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Daniel Ricciardo certainly impressed me today. An incredible performance.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, we finished 21st. At least it wasn't last, I guess. Our teammate, though, Nobuharu Matsushita, comes home in P15. A bit surprising, actually. Started 19th, made his way up to 15th. And he was a full minute 23 off the pace, close to going a lap down. But hey, he finished the race. He finished higher than us. So we wrecked out in our very first race. Very, very unfortunate. Valtteri Bottas takes home the first win and the fastest lap, so he's going to be our point leader. And we are at the back. Can't believe a Williams finished ahead of us. Can't believe I wrecked. Can't believe I made such silly mistakes. But yeah. There it is. First official episode, I guess, with actual racing for F1 2020. This is it. This is live streams. There's going to be no restarts, no flashback, nothing like that. So if I wreck or mess up, I mess up. But that's going to do it, guys. Figure out what they have to say, what the media wants to talk to us about. Probably make fun of us. Not looking forward to talking to Claire or whatever her name is.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. Why do you think you weren't as quick as your teammate today?
The front wing damage, having to come in for that pit stop, and just wrecking the car. I mean, I made mistakes and he didn't.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
No. I mean, I think at the start of the race, I felt someone made contact with me, and I looked behind me and I see a car spinning, but I don't think that one was on us. Um, and then Matsushita and I made contact once. Luckily, he didn't come away with any damage from that. Um, and then the rest of the race, I don't know what I did. It was not good though.
Appreciate your time.
Yep. Well, Team Acclaim looks like it's going up, so that's good at least. Up to level 2, so we'll be able to sign another sponsor. I'm not sure who's going to want to sign on to someone who DNF'd in their first race. We got $20,000 in damage reductions taken out, so that's not good. We need all the money that we can get. But we'll move on to the next week. There's always another week to go out and prove people wrong that we belong here, so hopefully the next one is better. B Media Arts, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. F1 isn't what we normally play on stream, but thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Alright, so up next is going to be the Bahrain Grand Prix. Not a whole lot of time for activities, just a couple days off. We're going to go ahead and give our teammate as much training as we can. He was kind of impressive this weekend, actually, coming home in P15. That is exciting to see. In terms of R&D, I'm not sure if...
What do you think of this one?
He wants more durability. I'm also thinking we should... Let's see, so... 1, 2, 3... Fourth worst in chassis. Aerodynamics, we're not that bad, about middle of the pack. Power. Durability, I guess we are down the field a bit in that one. I don't know, I'm thinking chassis though. Can I not do it?
I recommend we could go for something like
Are they
this.
at like capacity in here or something? Yeah, I think so. We'll have to upgrade our chassis department. So I guess for now we'll just go ahead and take the durability upgrade. Keep us from taking those grid penalties. And then we'll be on to Bahrain. A fun,
As we continue to
fast
increase our
track.
acclaim, more potential partners become willing to work with us. We can now approach an additional sponsor from the corporate tab.
Alright, let's see what we've got here. As a team, complete a total of 75 laps during the race weekend. That might not be too bad. Probably just going to want something easy because I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do. Answer at least 2 interview questions during the race weekend. That sounds easy enough. Weekly income, $78,000. Goal bonus, $117,000. We'll take it. I think we get an interview every week, so we can throw that on there. As we get better at the game, we'll start taking bigger and better sponsors that maybe pay out a little bit more. How's that look? Looks good. Just put the 2 sponsors on the car over and over and over again. The 2 people that are willing to pay us. And we'll just leave that one white. That way they don't know what's on the hood. There we go. It's all decked out. our TriStar Honda. But that's going to do it for this episode. If you're watching this on Twitch, stay tuned. We'll have Ghost of Tsushima soon. And if you're watching this on YouTube, watch out for that double upload. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry I crashed out in our first race. That was a very rookie mistake. But yeah, that is it. I think what I'm going to do, I was talking to a couple of my friends and a few followers. So what I will probably do is I will do all the practice and everything off a screen. That can eat up a lot of time. And since I'm live streaming this and I haven't really edited any videos before I upload them to YouTube, I doubt you guys want to sit and wait for 3.5, 4 hours of gameplay just to watch me do all the practice sessions and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through practice on my own and get the car set up, mess with the settings, all that kind of stuff. And then I will start the stream with qualifying. And then we'll go from qualifying straight into the race. So I'm not sure when the next episode of this will be. If you guys like it, let me know. It's definitely something that we don't normally do. This is the first time we've played a sports game. But yeah. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, stay tuned for Ghost of Tsushima, or if you're watching this on YouTube, we'll have that double upload for you. So if you're interested in Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, anything like that, the links will be in the description down below or the About page, so make sure you check them out. But until next time, guys, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and if you're not going to do that, at least don't get caught. Peace out, y'all.